And I'd like to think that for years now, I've been practicing all the philosophies, Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer, everybody. And this last Monday, a beloved pet of mine died. And she was only 2.5 years old. And I've been doing my steps to relieve. I've been trying to do everything. And I just can't get over it, thinking it was so unnecessary and an accidental death. And I know better to try to accept, to say it was the right thing at the right time, but I just can't get over it, feeling that it shouldn't have happened, or there was something I could have done. She was such a joy in my life, my family, everybody, full of love. The beautiful little French bulldog just dropped dead. And I want to feel okay about it. I should know better. I've been practicing this, and I'm just not able to get there. It still hurts.
Yeah. Well, for sure you can't get there in the way you're going about it right now.
Right.
And certainly the way you're going about it right now is understandable. But in other words, it's easy to understand how you would be reeling from something unwanted, and that it's vivid enough that it has your undivided attention. Mm-hmm. And as you listen back to the recording and you hear your words, I just can't get over it, I just can't get over it, I just can't get over it, I just can't get over it. And Esther is understanding some of it and wants to say, those are unpleasant thoughts. Mm-hmm. Those are unpleasant thoughts. Those are unpleasant and unnecessary thoughts. Mm-hmm. And your bulldog is thinking, well, you sort of kind of want to get over it. Mm-hmm. You want to get over it. Why would you use anything as your excuse to feel bad? Right. We understand what you're saying. It's deeper than, you're saying something more than someone that I cared about isn't here for me to realize in the fullest sense. You're also saying, I thought I was doing everything right. I
should feel better.
I'm teaching this. I understand it. Mm-hmm. And we get it that when those up close to you that you care about, for reasons that you don't understand, right, make decisions at whatever levels of their being that they make it. But you see, if what you're saying is, in order for me to get over it, I have to understand the motives or the reasons of everybody about the decisions that they're making. I live in a world where there are all kinds of things happening around me, and a lot of people making a lot of decisions that I don't agree with or that I wouldn't choose. Mm-hmm. And when they make decisions that I wouldn't choose, I just can't get over it. And we say, you want to have another conversation with yourself. You want to say, sure, this is something that I didn't want to happen, right, but I can get over anything because I can come into alignment no matter what. You want to change the dialogue right away. Okay. Not, I can't get over it. You might say, I haven't gotten over it yet, or this was a blow that I wasn't ready for, right, or that I'm not a vibrational match to feeling good because I'm giving my attention to this, or I'm choosing to think about this in a way that is keeping me separated from who I am. But you have to understand that and the only thing you have is the way you feel, because you cannot control the behavior or the creation of one other being that you are co-creating with.
That's the hard part. I feel like there's
What are your options, though? Then what are your options? If you can't control them, then what do? Never form any wonderful relationships, because everybody knows that somebody's going to die. So I'm not ever going to fall in love. I'm not ever going to really like you very much, because I can't trust you. I can't trust you to always treat your life in the way that I would want you to. And I'm not ever going to get another pet. I can't take it. Yeah. I can't get over it. And we say, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can come into alignment with the fullness of who you all are. You can in time focus upon things that make you feel happy about that rather than sad. But you're not just questioning the death experience. You're questioning your relationship with it. What should I have done differently? Mm-hmm. What should I have done differently? How could I have done it differently? Mm-hmm. And we have to say that feeling of regret, or that feeling of beating up on yourself that you should have done something differently, that's what you really want to get over.
Right.
That's really what you want to get over, because
exactly. Because I feel a sense of responsibility about it, and I shouldn't. And I'm working towards getting past that this may sound crazy, but I can't look at pictures. I can't talk about it. But I still keep seeing her there. I still keep thinking she's there every day when I go home.
That's because she is.
That's what somebody said to me, yes.
But
so much joy. She brought so much joy to so many people, a very special, spiritual little being, and it's just like, it seems so unnecessary.
sort of like a little teacher.
Yeah, oh, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Someone who understands there's no death and would like you to know it too.
Right.
Someone who knows that your joy shouldn't depend on anybody else and should like you to know it too.
Right.
Somebody else who understands alignment and eternity and well-being. Somebody like that.
So right, and so it was supposed to happen, right? It was supposed to happen.
Well, we're not ever going to put anything in that category of something that was supposed to happen. But we will say that let's start in another place. This is an important conversation. Was it supposed to happen? Nothing is supposed to happen. Was it tragic that it happened? Not even close. Was it tragic that Jerry made his transition? Not even close. Was it necessary? Who knows? Does it matter? Not at all. Is there any separation between what's physical and non-physical? Only the one you assign. Could anything happen that could keep you forever unhappy? It all depends on the way you decide to play it.
Right.
It all decides on how much hostage you decide to hold yourself. In other words, you can think a thought that feels pleasant and you can think a thought that feels unpleasant, and it's the end of the subject. And we don't want to sound as if we are not caring about you. We offer these words to you because we do care about you, because you have yourself in an impossible position. You want to feel joyful, and you've decided that under these conditions you cannot, because you can't undo it.
Right.
But you're trying to, in your mind, you're trying to retrace your steps and figure out what you could have done or what you should have done differently. And every one of those thoughts is torturous.
I'm not allowing it. And I know all the words to allow it and to not be.
So now let's talk about that. I'm not allowing it, and yet you had no choice but to allow it.
Right.
In other words, you couldn't stop it. You couldn't stop it. No matter what you did, you couldn't stop it because it was not yours to stop. So when you say, I'm not allowing it, we say that wasn't your option to prevent it. But the allowing isn't about allowing it. The allowing is allowing your connection, even though that has happened. That's the only place that allowing fits into the equation.
And of course, we know the power of saying, I'm not allowing it. It's causing me to not allow it.
Well, whether you say it or not, you're not allowing it. In other words,
Right,
the words don't matter at all. But it is true that as you practice sentences, as you keep standing in that defiant place and saying, I did not want this, it should not have happened, this dog was too young, and then you justify all of the reasons that something that happened was wrong, you hold yourself in an impossible position. What you're saying is, something that happened that I cannot undo is now my reason for not allowing myself to connect with source energy. And this little teacher dog says, she's going to figure it out soon enough. She's going to figure it out because her desire for joy is going to trump this. Her desire for joy is going to show her how to get over this, and then she's going to be free. And then she's going to stop locking other little bulldogs like me up. She's going to stop making prisoners of us. You do. You make prisoners of everyone. Don't go there. Something bad could happen to you. Don't hang around with those kids. I know they're really fun, but they look like trouble to me. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. Don't get into that. Don't get into that. You do that with everybody that you care about. Don't do that because you matter to me, and I worry that if you do that, something will happen to you, and then I will lose my footing because my entire basis of well-being is based on you. And they say, the hell with that. I think I'm going to go get run over and show you what your well-being is based on. Show you what your well-being is based on. Show you where your power is. Don't depend on me for it. You must discover your own power, and when you do, you will be joyful in the way you have not been joyful yet. You think it's fun to have a playful little loving dog running around? I'm just at the tip of the iceberg of the joy that's available to you. Don't use me as your only object of joy. I'm just a dog. I was just your husband for 30 years.
No, that did come to mind. That did come to mind. That helps me greatly.
Good.
Thank you very much.